Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to make this awesome surf fishing rig. If you see, there's actually a swivel here that can go side to side and also rotate, so it gives your bait a lot of motion in the surf. And if you add a sand grabbing sinker like this pyramid sinker, this is something that would give your bait a very natural presentation and help you catch more fish. This is something I use to avoid tangles when I'm fishing with bait, and there are similar videos on YouTube, but this is kind of different and it's actually a bit more worry free. Okay, so thanks so much again for our friends over at Suffix for sending us some awesome lines, and we're going to be using the Suffix Superior Premium Nylon Mono Leader. This is kind of stiff, exactly the kind of mono that you're looking for. Now, for this demonstration, we are going to be using a 100-pound test. Bit on the heavy side, but this is exactly what I want it to be. A bit stiff, a bit thick, just so that it protects me from rocks and all that. So this is a rig that has the sinker on the bottom, and your leader material for this actually could be anything. Okay, now I mostly fish this on sand, and if you want to fish this in areas where it's kind of rocky, you can actually put another swivel or a clip at the very end, put some really, kind of thinner line on the bottom, and then your sinker would just break off. Okay, to start this rig, you measure about 1.5 meters or so. I just use my arm span, so about 2 arm spans for me is about where I want to be. Okay, but you could make this short or as long as you want. It depends on where you're fishing. Now for me, off the beach, I want the bait to hang a bit of distance from the sand, so I'm gonna give it a bit of distance. Now you could make these shorter, of course, and you could also make multiple loops or drops. All right, so about 1 arm span. Okay, now you want to make your loop, when you double up, you want your loop to be as big as possible so that it's easier to work with. Okay, so as soon as you have that, all you do is make a loop like so, and then turn 5 times like so. Okay, and then you insert everything with the beads, making sure that the beads are actually at the swivel eye before you tighten them. Okay, and when you tighten it up slowly. You want it to be in the middle. Okay, so. Okay, now remember, when you singe it down, to lubricate so that it becomes, but it doesn't burn. Okay, so tighten that up. Like so. So you can see there that you have very clean knot, and the swivel is actually sitting straight. Okay, now let's tighten this up even more. Just so it's super clean. And you can see there that the swivel is sitting really nicely, and it can swivel around a bit, and also it spins, all right, on both sides, so it helps you with your line twists. Now with this rig, with this attachment, okay, what you could do is you could put your sinker there, you could put your hook at the end. I mean, it essentially works as a kind of like a three-way swivel. If you put a swivel on top, on the bottom, you could put a hook length here, or you could put a sinker length and then put another swivel here. It could be your sinker or hook, whatever. So for surf fishing, for me, what I do is, this is about one arm span length for me, and I use my body for measurement just to make things simple. And this is basically where I put my hook. So I'm just tying my swivel for the top here, and I normally use a uni for this, but the figure 8 is just a bit faster to tie. Especially when it's thicker mono. Also makes the mono behave better. Okay, so slide down. Tighten up. Here we go. So we have swivel, okay, our T swivel, which we made there, and then our hook. When I cast out, bait this up with the whole sardine, hook that up, cast it out. As soon as the sinker lands, it detaches, and I have really good distance from my leader to my bait, and it is tangle free. Okay, so this hook length is short and is able to move around, okay, because of the swivel attachment there. It's actually quite strong. See, it swivels side to side, which helps it move, give it more movement in the current, and also has the rolling. So that's it. Very good rig. Very useful. And the key thing here is that you use something like Suffix Superior, which is stiff, to bring it all together. So remember, stiff monofilament or fluorocarbon for that matter, but I like mono better for this one. And then you could use either fluorocarbon or soft mono for this to give it a bit more motion. For fluorocarbon, I would drop down to about 60 pound so that it's more flexible and of course kind of invisible. Alright, so that's it. Alright, I hope you learned something, and hope you like this video. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.